What's up, YT family? It's your girl Rocky from FightCamp. And in this workout, we're gonna do 4 rounds of boxing. Imagine how much you could learn in just 4 rounds. That's what we're gonna do today. We have a combination that we're gonna do, which is our goal, and we're gonna utilize our footwork to create different setups and entry points to land our goal. The thought I want you to keep in mind is playing chess. When we play chess, we always have the same goal, checkmate, right? But if we're playing the same opponent all of the time, we have to change up our setup in order to get that checkmate. This way, they don't figure us out. It's kind of like in boxing. If I'm fighting an opponent and maybe my goal is just to land a 1-2, I'm gonna create different setups each time. This way, they can't figure me out and I can hit my goal. Before we get started, we're gonna do a dynamic warm up. Starting off with jumping jacks. So I just want you to bring your legs to the side, clap your hands at the top. We're gonna do it for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. For me, I don't like clapping my hands at the top. Feels kind of cheesy, but if you want to test your range of motion, go for it. 17 seconds. We're not going too hard in a warm up, nice and light pace. 10 seconds. My goal right now is just to get your blood flowing. All right, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna go for a boxer's bounce, starting your fighting guard, and let's go forward and back. Now, before a boxing or a kickboxing workout, I love warming up by bouncing on my toes, whether it's jumping jacks, shuffles, or boxer's bounce. Because when we're fighting, we're always moving, we're always on our toes. So this is a great traditional warm-up. 3, 2, 1, let's take it for high knees. You can start with the knees low, below hip level for now, and just use your arms. Pump it. The last 10 seconds, I want you to take those knees and bring it past hip level. Let's go up, past hip level. That's right. Breathe out. 3, 2, 1. And then for the skip, same as the high knees. Now we have that bounce in between. So notice we've been bouncing this entire warm up, but switching up the exercise. I'm testing your coordination. I'm teasing your brain. We're doing a lot of footwork today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Go ahead and put your gloves on if you want to hit a bag, but if you just want to shadow box, which I'm going to do, you don't need gloves, okay? So we're gonna start off in our fighting guard, and what I wanna show you for this round is just the first combination that we're gonna need later for our 3rd and 4th round when we start putting our footwork in. To practice, we're starting off with a 1-2 for 30 seconds. Think of this as your warm-up. Then we're gonna add 1-2-1 for the next 30 seconds. Once we get this down pat, I'm gonna tell you to step in. So we'll do 1, 2, 1, step forward, reset. 1, 2, 1, step forward, reset. We'll add the lateral step. And then towards the end, I'll let you freestyle. Step in any direction after the combo. Let's go and start with the 1-2. Hands up, make sure you keep your fists clenched. Elbows tucked in. We're gonna extend that lead hand out. When you extend your rear hand out, pivot on the back foot at the same time, and then reset. Let's go. Breathe out on both strikes. I want you to utilize your shoulders as you're striking. Make sure you get a full twist in. As you're twisting, keep that head back. 1, 2, 1 now. 1, 2. As you reset, get prepared for that 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 1. It's important to put that back leg back down. Whenever you're throwing your ones, You want to be bent, nice and strong, like you're balancing on the subway. I might say subway because I'm from New York, but if you want to think about balancing on something else and throwing your strikes, go ahead. Let's step in, 1, 2, 1, and then retreat. Let's go. Step in, 1, 2, 1, step back. Now we're just practicing our footwork. When you step in, try to keep your legs apart. Go. And again, keep your legs apart. That's it. Go. That's it. One more. Back. Let's try a lateral step. 1, 2, 1. Lateral step. Reset. On this lateral step, it's important you don't cross your feet over. So if you're stepping right, lead with the right foot. If you're stepping left, lead with the left foot. Let's go. Step out. 1, 2, 1. Reset. You don't have to take big steps. In fighting, you want to be explosive. The smaller, the better. All right, freestyle. You can move forward, back, side. If you're advanced and you want to add an angle, go for it. So give me any footwork, followed by the 1, 2, 1. And burn it out. Let's go. Non-stop 1, 2s, right in place. Looking good. So that's just the first part of our combination that we need for later. That 1, 2, 1. So I want you to keep it in mind. The second round, I'm gonna show you another combination. Go ahead and pick up the speed of those punches. This is our burnout. In our fight camp classes, we have a lot of burnouts and we track our punches. Woo! All right, the second round, I'm gonna show you the second part of the combination. So we'll follow a similar path, starting just with the 2, 1 this time. Rear hand first, then the lead hand. This back leg is gonna be important. You're gonna twist on the back leg, twist back and jab at the same time. 2, 1. Then we'll add another 2. 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Then there's the footwork. Stepping in first, like before. 2, 1, 2. Reset. Step in. 2, 1, 2. Reset. The lateral step. 2, 1, 2. Reset. Lateral step. 2, 1, 2. Reset. Freestyle footwork. Any direction you want. And then a burnout. Let's go. 2, 1. Even though footwork is super important, sometimes it's important as well to practice just throwing your strikes stationary. This way you can slow it down and work on your form. While you're here, I want you to make sure that your legs are bent. Sit down, get lower, hips back. Let's add the 2. And now twist your shoulders through. Go. 2, 1, 2. Big twist at the end. Go. 2, 1, 2. Speed it up. Use your breathing to speed it up. Go. Don't sacrifice your technique now when you're going for speed. Still give me a full twist. Go. Great work. Let's step in now. Step forward. 2, 1, 2. Reset. So this is a way, what I was talking about earlier, of us creating an entry point. I'm going towards my opponent, throwing that 2, 1, 2, and getting out the way. Let's go. Go. 3, 2, 1. Let's add the lateral step. Step to the side. You can step to any side you like first. And then do the 2, 1, 2. Reset after. 7 seconds, looking good. Small steps when you take that step. All right, now we're gonna freestyle that footwork. You can step forward, throw the combination, back, throw it, side, angle, shuffle. It's up to you. It's anything at your discretion. Woo! It's okay if you don't know the fancy ones. Just keep it basic. All right, burn it out. Non-stop 1, 2, 1, 2. So if you want to test out the app, we do have like tracker free classes on the app. But if you're curious like me about how many punches you're throwing around, you want to hold yourself accountable, go ahead and get yourself a pair of punch trackers. I want to do more workouts with you. 4 seconds, pick it up. 3, 2, 1. You probably just threw 65 punches just now. All right. Now we're going to get into the third and fourth round. This is where the real fun begins. We have the 2 combinations, the 1, 2, 1, and a 2, 1, 2. The 2, 1, 2 is our goal. 2, 1, 2 is a checkmate. Now we're going to set up different footworks in order to reach our goal. So we start the 1, 2, 1, do a footwork, get our goal. All right? Just to practice the 2 combinations together, for the first part of the round, we're going to do 1, 2, 1, pause, and then 2, 1, 2. I want you to get used to putting the combination together. Then we'll do some slips. This is going to be our first setup. And we'll practice that. 1, 2, 1, slip, slip, 2, 1, 2. You ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 1. Take a reset. 2, 1, 2. Go. 1, 2, 1. Reset for about 2 seconds. And then fire off that 2, 1, 2. Let's go. That reset is where we're going to place the setups later. All right. 30 more seconds. Looking good. Bend your legs. Always hold yourself accountable while you're working out. Think, are my legs bent? Are my elbows tucked in? If not, do it. Let's go. Tuck in your elbows. Keep those hands up. 7 seconds. All right, let's practice our first setups. Just the slips. Still keeping it stationary for now. Let's go. You're going to slip lead, slip rear. I want you to think if you cut your body in half in the middle into 2 left and right halves, you're going to slip to one half of your body, slip to the other side. So you're getting your head out of the center line. The center line is where the 2 halves meet. Let's go. Slip, slip. Move your head out the way. Go again. Slip, slip. Put that in the space. Let's go. 1, 2, 1. We're putting the slips in that setup. Let's go. 1, 2, 1. Slip, slip. 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. Slip, slip. 2, 1, 2. Woo! So earlier we were pausing. That's what our opponent's used to. So maybe after you throw a 1, 2, 1, they think they're gonna hit us back. Now we're getting our head out the way and then firing off that 2, 1, 2. Let's go. Slip, slip, 2, 1, 2. That's how you set somebody up. You get them used to one thing. This way they think they can create a response for it. But you change your reaction. Woo! Let's go. 1, 2, 1. Slip, slip, 2, 1, 2. One more. Ha, ha, 2, 1, 2. Take those slips out. I want you to create your own setup. So 1, 2, 1. Maybe a footwork into the 2, 1, 2. Let's go. You can pause if you want. You can do the slips. You're just freestyling that setup. Ha. Ha. Now we're in our 4th round. I'm gonna show you 2 other simple ways that we can incorporate a setup into our goal. The first one is gonna be the shuffle. So you're starting off the same. The reason why I'm starting off the same is because I'm tricking my opponent. I want them to think, okay, I'm gonna do exactly what I did the last round. And that's when we change it up a little bit, but then still hit our goal. All right, so I go 1, 2, 1. I'm gonna shuffle out, shuffle in, and then do the 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, shuffle out, shuffle in, 2, 1, 2. Next, we're gonna get ready for pendulums. Everyone loves pendulums. It's like fancy footwork. All you're doing is bringing your feet together and then popping one foot out. That's gonna be the next setup. Let's go 1, 2, 1 first. 1, 2, 1. Take that shuffle away. Come back in. 2, 1, 2. Let's go. 1, 2, 1. Shuffle away. Come back to your opponent. 2, 1, 2. Go. Maybe after your 1, 2, 1, your opponent just threw a hook. Get out the way real quick. Come back in. Pop, pop, pop. Finish with your 2, 1, 2. Let's go. 1, 2, 1. Out the way. 2, 1, 2. To me, the best defense is footwork. That's my priority. Getting my entire body out the way. Head movement second, blocking third. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, out the way. 2, 1, 2. Let's go ahead and practice the pendulums. Now, pendulums, I don't recommend it all the time. This is when you're already styling on your opponent and beating them up, okay? Why? I don't like to have my feet together, okay? So let's go ahead and bring our feet together. Bring your back leg into your front leg, step out. Front leg into the back leg, step out. Repeat. Put it together. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, 1, 2, 1. Pendulum. 2, 1, 2. Woo! Pendulum. 2, 1, 2. So now in competition, sometimes you might get style points for doing something, or you might have a judge who's very old school. They feel like you're showing off, and they might not favor you, okay? But make them favor you. Show them that you can keep your hands up while you do it. Let's go. Those elbows are tucked in. That's it. 1, 2, 1. Pendulum. 2, 1, 2. Ha, ha, ha. Let's go. 1, 2, 1. Ha, ha. 2, 1, 2. They don't like showboating, you know, with the hands down and head everywhere. Keep those hands up. 1, 2, 1. Bop, bop, bop. Pendulum. 2, 1, 2. All right, now freestyle. Let's go. 1, 2, 1. Maybe you could pendulum. Bop, bop, bop. 1, 2, 1. Lateral step. 1, 2, 1. Step forward. Ha, ha, ha. 1, 2, 1. Shuffle out. 1, 2, 1. Angle. Let's go. 2, 1, 2. Ha. 1, 2, 1. Slip, slip. 2, 1, 2. Ha. 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 Time. Now, when you're shadowboxing, you feel lost and you don't know what to do. Maybe you only feel comfortable with the jab. You're still new. Do the jab. Add some footwork with it. Hey, don't just stand there and do this. Because in a fight, it's not going to happen in one place. Jab, step back, jab, step to the side, jab, angle, jab, jab. You can still jab an entire round and make it look cool. Ba, 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 ba. And I'm telling you, sometimes just practicing one strike and incorporating different setups, that's what's gonna make you better. Let's go ahead and stretch real quick. When it drop down, kick your feet out into a plank, drop your knees to the floor, transition it onto your instep, and press your hip down, almost at heels. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Bring your shoulders back. We did a lot of punches. So when I finish with some upper body stretches, go ahead and take your hand, swoop it under, and then from here, I want you to twist your torso, raise your hand up towards the sky. Make sure you keep looking at it. Give me 2 more reps. 1 more. Other arm. Our upper body is the most overused, but underused when we are stretching. So we got to take care of it. Go ahead and just bring your knees back a little bit. And what I want you to do is take your hips and press back until you're sitting on your butt. Walk your fingers out. This is another good stretch. And then from here, I just want you to sink your elbows down. If you want to deepen the stretch, what you can do is take one hand, swoop it under, and hold. Other side. Remember, our shoulders are responsible for pushing, pulling, punching, everything. I don't know, changing in the morning, grabbing your cell phone, typing. You need that shoulder, okay? So make sure after your classes, don't just run off. Do your stretches, and we always do that in fight camp. If you want to train like a fighter, you got to stretch, you got to do abs, you got to do all types of stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for working out with me. I hope you liked it. I'll see you soon.